So hi guys, how are you all doing today? It's good to see you once again on my channel. How are you doing? Gosh, getting into the thick of things can be challenging. I mean, been a while that I've been in front of a camera, and it's like I'm starting all over again. It's like my first day. Hi guys, how are you doing today? You're all very welcome to my channel. All right, so hi guys, how are you all doing today? It's good to see you. So wonderful to see you. I want to first of all say that, it's cold, and secondly, oh gosh, not being in front of a camera for a long time is like, oh child. It's my American sisters. A second, please. All right. So hello guys, how are you all doing? Good to see you again. I hope you're all preparing for the end of the week. Fridays are my favorite time of the week. Gosh, I have no business with Saturdays and Sundays. Fridays are my day. Anyway, so today I'm here to talk about basically, and my topic is going to be based off of Tommy Lee and Tamar Braxton. Now listen, I had to jump on it. I've actually had this topic for a while to talk about, but for whatever reason, I didn't get around to it. And I think this is a perfect occasion to do that. Now, you see, the thing about everything when it comes to relationships, it's all about what you tolerate. In all honesty, it's all about what you tolerate. So let's get down to the whole story, first of all. So Tommy Lee exposes DMs with Tamar Braxton's boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. Now, we all recall that some weeks ago, yeah, I've been following, Tamar actually broke up with this dude and was talking about, healing and going on tour and all that, and then here we are a few weeks later. She's at a concert and she says something to the tune of, I know you're lying if you all thought I was going to let my man go because he took some crackhead to a basketball game. Well, again, there are so many things, there's so many layers to this I'm going to bring up. But first of all, I want to just talk about Tamar here. I was a fan of the Braxtons, from way back. I was actually following diligently. That's one reality TV show that I was like, yes, I really, really did enjoy. It was so lovely to see Tony and get to know the sisters. And when Tracy passed on, it was quite painful. And in all the times and in all the episodes I watched, one of the people I couldn't get over her attitude was Tamar. So it's to say that what we see today is nothing new. And I did enjoy the episode with Iyanla when she actually addressed Tamar. Now, I think for a lot of reasons, Iyanla has said she would stop. She doesn't want to keep working with celebrities. Don't quote me on that. But I think I heard something to the tune of that. Anyway, and I've watched Tamar, who she is and what she's become. And I'll tell you, I love her, but I don't like her very much. I'm not a big fan. And so we see a clear sign of someone who's actually dealing with something. I don't know what it is, but Tamar has issues, okay? Tamar has got issues. I don't want to go into certain areas of, the family and the dynamic. I don't want to go there. That's not why we're here. And so Tommy, I've always loved Tommy. Let me not lie. When I used to watch Love and Hip Hop, that was where I knew Tommy for the first time. Girlfriend scared the hell out of me. What? But she's a damn beautiful woman. Very beautiful. I have to, Tommy Lee is beautiful, but she scared me on Love and Hip Hop. Oh my God, she used to scare me a lot. But, well, she's no longer on Love and Hip Hop, so I haven't been watching, so. But seeing when Tommy Lee responded, Tommy Lee did not respond with only what she gave receipts, videos. I'm gonna put the links or some of the videos for you to watch if you haven't yet watched it.
That's why I had to go get my man back, y'all. If y'all thought I was gonna let my man go because he took some crackhead to a basketball game while we was broke up. No, man. That was not my man. He don't owe me no loyalty when we broke up. I could have went out with his homeboy. What's up? It's all fair game when you broke up. Don't get it up. Good man, Savannah.
Let's get into it. So all I said was, hi. All I said was, he had a nice suit. And from there, he was thirsty. He wanted to fly me out. What's wrong with me going to a game? What is wrong with the situation is that is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my ass, and I sent him on his way. It wasn't the, middle class house that he lives in Atlanta. It wasn't the Bentleys, because I drive a Rolls Royce, that got me. It wasn't, the slick part thing he got going on. It wasn't none of that. It was when he paid for the Waldorf in points. I knew that I could no longer play this game. So it was a one-night thing. He never got no... One thing, JR, you never want to play with me. You don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house. Not Mrs. Braxton. Not Mrs. Singer with the sold-out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no sold-out. Between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy. He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week. Love, if that's your man, as you say, then you need to check him. You need to really check him and check your situation and really see if you're sleeping with the enemy or not. I am not your problem. I don't know you. The sad situation is, like, we're black, Tamar. I could say your name. I know I'm not a crackhead. I live too well, baby, and I've never indulged in drugs. I don't have to keep saying that. Y'all gonna run with whatever. But we're two black girls letting this, I'm not even gonna say the race or whatever, play with us. Like, tighten up. Tighten up, my girl. I'm not your issue. That's your issue. And sleeping with people like that and trusting them, this be the problem. Y'all be sold for the and then wanna, yeah, we had an issue. Yes, I'm gonna play with you. I'm gonna play with you. But once I seen the severity of the situation, I was like, damn, this is kind of fucked up, actually. Because I'm at home right now with my man, and we laugh together. We don't give a fuck about this internet. And he would never talk to you. You could never get to look your way. Now go kiss him in the mouth.
But I don't want to digress, and I don't want us to go far away from my topic today. But it's all linked anyway. And, the thing about it is, this is someone, Tamar came out and told us, that she's done with this person, blah, 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 blah. And then this same person who you're done with goes with another person and then spills secrets about you to the same person. Women, see, it's all about what you tolerate. Let me tell you, If you don't tolerate crap will not come near you. And I don't understand how it is difficult for us to understand this. And this is me. I'm saying us because I was that person sometime in my life. My walk, my journey to and through being who I am today. Oh my God. You know, when you say somebody kissed frogs, I kissed some damn ugly frogs. I saw a meme yesterday, and the meme was like, what? Did I actually do that? What? Oh God. You know, and it's when things like this begin to happen to you, understand one thing. There is a level of insecurity that you have to deal with. There is a need that you think you need to fulfill, and it must or should be fulfilled by a man. I am not beating around the bush on this. For women, we need to know who we are first. Discover yourselves. I've talked about this in another video, and I'm going to link that video here. Know who you are. Know what you can tolerate, and know what you stand for. Your principles, your discipline, your code of conduct is who you are striving to be, because you will evolve, you will grow, you will change, you will, you know, it's a work in progress. But you have to be able to put a clamp immediately on those things that you can't tolerate. I have seen some of the worst things. First of all, now Tamar did not face the man. Okay, she goes around fighting her own woman. And it is something I have failed to understand for the longest time in my life. Why would you be head to toe with a woman? Whereas the he-goats that cost and wondered to her, you left him. What level of insecurity are you dealing with that you do not understand that she's not your enemy? No, your girlfriend, your fellow woman ain't your enemy. Your enemy is that man. And he's doing it because you made him understand that he can do it to you and that you will open your arms and you will welcome him back. Yes, that's why he's doing it. He's doing it because he knows he can get away with it. What a man knows he cannot get away with where you're concerned as a woman, he will never do it. He will not try it. He tries it the first time, you clamp this, he will never do it. When you carry out and set out the boundaries and the rules, he won't do it again. If he really wants you, you see, any man who wants you will always come correct. This one is he's playing. And he knows that, you know, whatever, he will always get back. He said to her, from what Tommy says, he says that, I hope I'll be able to find it because there's a lot of things that happen, you know. First of all, he said she was messy. He told her that the tour was not sold out. Then he also told Tommy that I don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house, Lee said. She also accused Braxton of being untruthful about the ticket sales. I mean, come on. What is it? Again, let me ask us. What is it? What is the insecurity? What is it that we need to let go to be able to understand and see the bigger picture? Because that is it here. One thing I always knew, let me be very, very factual. One thing I always knew was that I will never ever fight my fellow woman over a man. Never. I had this situation one time in school. It wasn't me, it was my friend. And there was this entanglement between, and this guy was going after two of my friends. Two of them. I was in the middle. And so I tried, you know, to get, because I knew both of them and they are as different as two peas. And so in my own way, I tried to One of them knew what the game was. The other one did not. In fact, the other one was head over heels everywhere. And it was the one who was head over heels I was trying to get to understand delicately that maybe she should be rethinking. She should be rethinking, because I didn't know what to do. It was like I was between the devil and the deep blue sea. And I did not want to get into it at all, you know. But I was willing to go for the sake of the one who did not know. And I was trying to, you know, swim the ocean with her and let her know that, you know, I couldn't say it in clear words, because, you know, one thing again with women is that you realize that most times or sometimes when you're trying to be the friend, you end up being the enemy. And they'll say, oh, you are the pepper in the gari. You are the, what they call it, you are the asunder in the union. You don't want to be that person, okay? Now, things happened, and eventually girlfriend got to know that, okay, oh, you know, hey, so it's not only this guy. Now, she was so upset with me, and I give it to her. She had every right to be upset, okay? Every right to be very, very upset. And so, you know, I let her be, you know, I let her be, because at the end of the day, you know, again, I wouldn't say it wasn't my business. It was my business, but the dude, you know, he was playing a game. One person knew he was playing the other game, the other did not, you know. And the one who knew that he was playing a game, you know, was able to get herself out of the entanglement very quickly. The other one, more or less, was not listening and looking out for signs. And so after a while, you know, I can't remember, I think after some years, I mean, this is something that happened over years. And some years later, you know, she walks up to me and we get talking, and she was like, why? I'm like, why am I supposed? I tried telling you, I tried in very, very subtle terms to let you know that maybe you should put a break on this. But, you know, you seemed to be, because sometimes if I wanted to talk to her, she would be walking away, and she was like, oh, my driver is waiting. Oh, this was that. It was crazy. And so I had always known, and I've always known that one thing I would never do with a girl, with my fellow woman, was you will never, ever catch me. No, I won't. I don't have time for that crap. He did it. Yeah, next. And I think that's the mindset, you know, women should have. And I'm going to say this. The sooner women begin to play men at their games, you will be having them all over you. You will be shocked. That's another story for another day. It's a secret. And that video is going to be strictly for women. I'm going to ensure, I'll look for how YouTube is going to make it and ensure that that video is going to be strictly for my girls. Okay? So you are what you tolerate. You are the one who gives the man what you tolerate. It's what you tolerate. If you don't tolerate cheating, he's not going to cheat on you. If you respect yourself, he's going to respect you. From everything that has shown in this video and from what happened, Tamar has no respect for herself at all. Tamar has absolutely no respect for herself. You know, and so, you know, when things like this happen, I always will reinforce all the time to women that it is very, very important that you address yourself the way you want to be addressed. Think about it. Okay, think about, how do you want to be addressed? Address yourself as such. Okay, because when you do that, then you start winning. When you address yourself the way you want to be addressed, then you start winning. Then you start getting those people who actually value you. You now get those people who actually see your worth. And again, I am going to reiterate once again in this video. In fact, all my videos, I'm going to keep saying it. Stay away from having sex with a man for as long as possible. You see, in the beginning, I didn't understand what that meant. Okay? But when I understood it, you will realize very quickly that you will get the person who's worth your time. Whatever it is you do, Stay away from sex. If we go, stay away from it when you're dealing with somebody for the first time. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Don't. So that your eyes will be clear, so that your senses will be pinging, so that the red flags will be red and not green. Stay away from sex. I can't buttress it enough. Some women will meet a man today, boom, tomorrow, bad. And when things begin to happen, you begin to ask questions, but this was not the person I knew. This was not the person I met. No, you never knew them. You didn't just allow time. You didn't wait to actually be sought after. You did not wait to be impressed. There was no time for that. It was all about having sex quickly. And then, many of us think that a man having sex is a commitment. Whose side? Men? Hey, God. Men? The more fragile your heart is. Okay, now let me get this across. The more fragile your heart is emotionally, is the more reason why you should keep away as much as possible from. If you are that person who, keep away, create your boundaries. This thing is not a joke, it's not a lie, it's true. If you are those people, when you are that kind of person, if words are your thing, okay, then you have to also be ready and condition your mind to filter, something sincere that is being said to you and flattery. You have to be able, it's something you have to work on. I personally, no, you're not going to get me that way. No, I'm not of that dynamic at all. Okay. And so because of that, there's so many things that you get to understand and look, and again, all this is made possible when you sit down and sit in with yourself. If you don't sit down and sit in with yourself, you would not understand and know your vulnerabilities. You would not understand and know your strengths. You would not understand and know what you need to do to be able to get the person that has values and values you and that you value as well. This is the truth. Okay, and on this note, guys, I would leave you and I would ask you to please like, share, comment, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear your opinions as well. Do you agree? Do you not agree? I mean, everyone's experience is different. How did it go for you? Okay, and on this note, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.